I think I was right when I said, I was kidding originally, but when I said that the doctor had an appointment, he needed to make it. We are going to go into game 2 that much faster. Here we go, Signal Ultra versus BREN Esports. BREN has the advantage. They are one game away from walking with the 2-0. Signal Ultra on the play here, banning out the Harith and the Terizlap. We've seen this couple ban so many times today. As well, BREN Esports answering with the Lilia and Kimi ban. Signal picking up the Cho first. Boys, what do you think?
That show is looking like a good spot, but it's still going to depend on how they're going to be drafting it. But right now on the side of BREN Esports, we got a Thumbs and a first pick, Estes.
Almost the same pick here.
Again, don't fix what's not broken, right?
That's true. That's true. Again, well, we've seen it as a lot. Even the Thams and Estes will just easily rotate into the middle lane. The old meta where Thams will just stay in in the off lane, it's over. It's over. It's done. But I think Estes really enables Thams here. With the early rotation, making sure that he will survive, even going deep, really facing it, making it easier for BREN Esports to capitalize, or also snowball into the early game. Really big pick here for BREN Esports.
Cock block.
No, Croc and Cock connection.
Rock and cock connection.
It's over. Put it in there. Put it in there. I have a good feeling for Signal right now.
Yep.
I have a good feeling for Signal right now. They get it in. The Grok and Kaja locked in as their couples pick to end this phase of picking. All right. I was going to say, as UG picks up the Gushin, that's not his #1 go-to mage.
Yeah.
But Gushin has pretty good stock right now in this meta, at least. Wow, wait, I wanted to talk about how Thams helps Estes or the other way around, but look at Signal Ultra banning out the Franco.
Okay, well, I think Franco really disabled the jungle, or Franco can control the jungle area of Signal Ultra right here. They can even use the Iron Hook to at least disable or destroy or the momentum, trying to reset the blue buffs, which is a really big impact for BREN Esports, especially for the game war.
This is why I advocate learning how to use Franco in one of your games, because Franco has a lot of utility.
Yep.
So many tools, right? So many ways to
tools.
use it, too.
I mean, you could go for the second skill for Franco in the early game, or you could go for the Iron Hook. Either way is going to help out your mid lane in getting that much advantage. Now, the Iron Hook is going to be used to, just like what you said, disrupt the take for the buffs. Or you could use it to pick somebody off while they're taking the buff.
Either way, we're going to take something.
We're going to take something. And then the Bloody Hunt. It completely disables that person.
The Bloody Hunt.
Well, the Bloody Hunt there.
Well, you cannot dispel the Bloody Hunt, and that's that's the thing. And well, if you're in the shoes of Signal Ultra earlier, well, even the Purify can't save you.
Even the Purify can't save you. But look at the next picks, though.
Check it out. It's Yako picking up the Hayabusa once more. And I'm guessing that is Desenia on the Lunox for sure. But on side of BREN Esports, let's talk about this. They already have the Thams, and they already have the Gushin. Why the Esmeralda? What's going on? Is this a double mage lineup?
They need to get that AoE. They need to get that early aggression. Well, just like what happened before on the previous series. Once Esmeralda got his level 4, it's already go time. With the help of SS as well, it will be full HP every single time for this Esmeralda. He just needs to go in, soak or dish out a lot of damage, and also steal all of the shields away from Signal Ultra.
And this Akai is going to be the final pickup here for BREN Esports. Now, this is looking like a... I think it was forced there for BREN Esports to go for the Akai because they got a Minotaur, which might be a hell of a lot useful.
Against the Grok and Cock connection, I would not. I would not Minotaur. I'm sorry. Right. I would not Minotaur. Minotaur is good in very many situations. I think still one of the best tanks in the game. Illustrado would argue that it was Akai, though. But in this situation, I do agree. It is Akai. Akai is the right choice. It's not that they were put into a corner, they had no other choice, but it's the best choice.
Yep, it is the best choice, and also one of the best ways for them to at least, just in case that there's a perfect barrier placed by Grok, he can just use the 1,000 pounder, or rather use the Grok, or rather use the block in his advantage.
To trap someone.
Yeah, to trap someone using the Hurricane Dance.
I forgot that they had Lunox.
Right?
Yeah, I forgot that they had Lunox.
Then again, real quick, predictions, boys. Nomad.
Signal.
Signal.
I'll go with Signal as
Here
well.
we go. We might see a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Signal Ultra versus BREN Esports once more. Game 2 in a best of 3. Hayes looking really low.
And immediately, look at that.
We haven't even introduced our players.
Yeah.
Look at the HPs from BREN Esports, though. Extremely low, thanks to D.
Signal is angry.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Just go with the flow. BREN Esports playing aggressively before, and now it's time for Signal Ultra to play aggressively as well.
Yuji couldn't even farm. He can't even hit like the big buff. He's like, I'm afraid. That'll kill me.
I mean, look at this. Signal Ultra is already dictating the tempo for BREN Esports.
That's
And
what I
that's
said.
going to be
The small camp killed him.
Oh.
You
Yuji.
never see that happen.
First blood came from small camp, number 1.
Nobody benefited from that.
No
I
one.
guess the audience did.
Yeah, that's a little treat for you guys. It is a little late in the evening. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Once more, this is the best of 3 between Signal Ultra and BREN Esports. It's game 2. Let's introduce our players.
There we go. Signal Ultra on the blue side. We have Few playing the Cho, D on the Grok, Tets playing the Kaja, Yaku on his Hayabusa, and Desanya playing the Lunax.
And on the side of BREN Esports, we got Coco on that Esmeralda, Hayes on the SS, Yuji on that Gushin, Tang on that Thompson, Doc Reba on that Akai.
And I think with Akai getting that tenacity, he really wants to go in. He really wants to at least disrupt the back lines and also catch out this Lunox every single time. Because again, once Lunox uses Darkening, you really need to disrupt him. Prevent him from using his Chaos Assault, to spam his Chaos Assault, and that's one of the best ways for BREN Esports to control the back lines and prevent any kind of aggression for Signal Ultra.
I just noticed this too. There are a lot of CCs on the side of Signal Ultra. We got Kaja, we got D, we got Few. To name the least. And Desanya also has a slow on Lunox as well. Yako's the only one that doesn't have CC here. On the flip side, BREN Esports, sure, they got a hard CC there in terms of the Hurricane Dance onto Akai.
Skill shot. It's a skill shot,
Yeah,
right?
skill shot.
You need
It's
a wall and a person.
And the Blender and the 1,000 Pounder as well is also a skill shot.
Right.
Now for on the side of Tang, you got the sights there,
Sure.
which will work for them. What else?
Exactly. What else? Falling Star Moon, you need to get that in. You have
Yep.
to charge that up and make sure that it lands. So all of these, none of these are confirmed stuns, right?
But look at these two.
Right? That's what
Rock
I'm talking
Wall,
about.
that's already one down. Tets with a Divine Judgment, already one down. Few with either a Wave the Dragon, goes for the Jeet Kunda for the knockup. It depends on what's going to happen.
Well, in the middle, the top lane rather. Nice Tetsu and also Shadowblade Slaughter will be used, but he will not go down though. Oh, he clicked it first, but Yuji, he might get punished here. Few moving forward, nice Wave of the Dragon, trying to control him back, and also the Power of Nature, Order of Brilliance, that should be enough for them to take that kill. And also, Signal Ultra getting that nice momentum into the early game here. 2 seconds for Tets, but at least BREN Esports were able, not enough though, there's no
Not
creeps
just
at
yet.
all.
Not just yet.
Not just yet,
And
but
that's
Signal
going to
Ultra.
be a siege here over in the mid lane by Signal Ultra. They should be able to take down that turret without a shadow of a doubt, and Yako will be trying to shove the lane as much as he can.
Oh, look at those Chaos Assaults onto Doc Rebo. It seems like the doctor might need to get some treatment himself. As he recalls, that was so much damage.
That was so much damage.
Again, still the threat, even with the nerf from the Lunox, you still really need to respect the damage output of the Chaos Assault plus the Darkening from the side of Signal Ultra. As you can see, 2,500. He's the highest net worth gain on the side of Signal Ultra, and with that, he will easily transition into that Lightning Crunch. And once he got that, just one simple Chaos Assault, that's a lot of magical damage that he can dish out.
Look at how crazy this is. Few on that show, right? Few on that show, high and dry. He's maybe this much closer to about maybe a 6-minute Blade of Despair. I saw his items. He's on the way. 6 minutes Blade of Despair. He's on the way. This is gonna hurt.
Yep.
It's going to hurt, and Desanya securing that turtle is going to hurt as well. But we do see BREN Esports having a very deep push here over to the bottom side. There goes D trying to whittle down the HP. So wall off is very effective there. It goes for the Hurricane Dance as well. The haste dropping dangerously low on HP, and it's not going to be enough to sustain that. And that's going to be Signal Ultra coming in on top of that fight. It's a 0-for-3 trade there, and I believe this is going to be a third down.
That block from Grok
Was
really,
so perfect.
Really perfect. Even with the ultimate of Estes, there's really no way for them to control. Even forcing the the Falling Star Moon from Coco, just trying to transition and also save the Gushin, but the damage is already enough for Signal Ultra. They have the blue buff as well, and also the turtle buff in the hands of Desanya, so that Chaos Assault is really big.
Oh, big fight up top though. D walking in and he doesn't care. Rebo looking really low. He is gonna drop here.
Oh!
The wall spelled his demise. Few being taken down by UG, but he is instead going to pay the price as well. It's a 2-for-1 currently.
Oh, divine
Jen
judgment!
barely getting away. UG is going to drop the Tets. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3-for-1 in favor of Signal Ultra. Bren seeing little slivers of life, little slivers of hope, but it's never enough. I think Signal Ultra has dug the grave, and Bren is just waiting to dive in.
We might have ourselves a little series here because Signal Ultra is looking really strong. I mean, look at how Signal Ultra is playing the entire map. They got in complete control over the jungle of BREN Esports, and we've been stressing this out since Season 2, since Season 1. Jungle control is very important. The way for you to get jungle control is to clear the tier 1 turret altogether, and with Signal Ultra securing the tier 2 turret over to the bottom lane, that opens up the bottom lane jungle, the bottom side jungle completely.
You know what? It seems like Signal Ultra took BREN Esports Game 1 and just flipped it on their heads. Look at this. They also have no towers taken down, and they're on their way to going to wipe all of the towers of BREN. So it looks like a replay of the other game, but on the other side.
Yes.
Just flip the names, it kind of looks the same thing.
Yeah, right?
And I really think the Necklace of Endurance is really a very efficient item here in the side of Signal Ultra. As you can see,
Ooh,
they're
yes.
able to, they're disabling the life steal of Tang on his, on his stamps, and also the life or the healing factor of Haze here. So again, how will you save your core if you're also disabled by yourself? Again, there's half of the healing will be removed by that health, by that Necklace of Endurance. So a lot of nice
off of
itemization there.
Desenia alone.
Yeah, on the
Plus
Desenia
the
alone.
Genius Wand, no life steal, no regen, no heal, no armor. Where do you go?
Yes, this is nullified.
Yeah.
Basically nullified at this point.
What am I gonna do?
It's really difficult. Well, as you can see,
Auto attack.
even the auto attacks and even the items of Desanya, or rather the Coco right here is being controlled. Only Calamity Reaper, and that is not enough. How will you dish out damage if you're being bursted out by this Lewis and the Signal Ultra?
Right now over the top side, Signal Ultra is pressuring this top side jungle, the top side turret, as well as the middle lane. And they are looking to see, they're trying to take this down. BREN Esports needs to go for the defense of the lifetime here. The Hurricane Dance is available. 1,000 Pounder in the blender connects. The 1,000 Pounder does not connect, the blender does. And they're going to be forced back here. Signal Ultra might as well just go ahead and go for their other options here, bottom lane and the top side.
Even Doc Rebo really trying to go and catch D, but D is way too strong right now, even using the Ancestral Grip in his favor. No disable that will go in. And as you can see, even the position of Signal Ultra right now, they're really into this tier 2 turret. And now that the tier 2 turret has been destroyed in the middle lane, all the jungle areas of BREN Esports are now being controlled by Signal Ultra.
This is crazy. Signal is dictating where BREN can go. And so far, BREN can only go where there are towers for them. That's it. And that's a very, very scary and dangerous way to play Mobile Legends.
Well, as you can see, even the block
Yep, he's like,
from
no.
D. Okay,
No.
this is ours.
This is ours. You see this tower? No more.
That's exactly how BREN played during game number 1, where they were able to dictate how Signal Ultra's playing the game. To an extent, they were holding the reins. We have been saying that the entire day, and that's the game style of all of these teams. They're controlling their opponents, and that's what Signal Ultra is doing right now. BREN Esports is having a hard time going for objectives outside of their own base. They're limited to the jungle camps that they have here. Lord is going to be secured. I'm guessing this top lane turret is going to go down, but they're going to be risking their tier 3 turrets there, their inhibitor turrets, and now they're going to be forced back, not able to push out the tier 1 turret.
And I also want to commend the positioning of Signal Ultra right here. 3 members of Signal Ultra were trying to take down the Lord, but the positioning of the few, is just really waiting inside the brush and waiting for someone from BREN Esports to at least try to get some idea or
Make
some
a
information.
mistake,
Make
right?
a mistake right here. So again, nice positioning for Signal Ultra. This is the revenge. Again, we don't want to be 2-0 by BREN Esports. We will try to make a way. And looking at the, which is really a topsy-turvy game right now, which is the complete opposite of what happened from game 1.
Yep. This is pretty good. Kudos to Signal Ultra. They know how to come back, and they play to their strengths. Shadow Mask here being popped by D, making sure that BREN does not know exactly where to strike. But then again, they have to check down bot. They have to defend from this Lord, knocking down this inhibitor turret.
That's actually flickered in, hoping to go for a Divine Judgment there. Instead, Rebo's going to go for their Hurricane Dance to try to push D back. Flicker's going to be expended there. Their base is being targeted right now. Look at the damage being outputted there on the side of BREN Esports right now. Signal Ultra is looking like they're coming out on top. It's currently a 0-for-3 trade, and this is going to be a Signal Ultra game.
Wow.
1-1. We're going to go to game number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
nice finish.